when I then sort of looked at it with I added on the track that we went, that was the data from that same one. The data at the top was caused by a multipath error, and it with the system referencing to the GPS. That's what it looked like with, if I referenced it to bottom track or to VTG. Okay? It's a big difference. So one of the first things is if you see something like that, if it doesn't look natural, there's probably some cause. So, you know, delve into it a little bit, change a few of the parameters, you know, understand, you know, look, change it to VTG. You know, even if you don't understand fully why, just change it to it and see if it then starts to look natural. And then if that looks natural, then you can sort of start narrowing down as to why that problem's occurred. This is, again, there's very little difference between these two. Okay, but if I was going to choose one of them, I would choose the bottom one. Okay? If you just look in the top data, it's just a little bit more stripy. Okay? And what actually was occurring there was a moving bed. Very small moving bed. Okay? And one is referencing bottom track and the other one's referencing the GPS. The difference between the two discharge values that you gave were very low.
In this case, the river is very wide.
They're pretty wide. 400 meters wide. It's in Poland. Poland, yeah, the Vistula River in Warsaw. Yeah, so, and there was actually a secondary channel, there was a couple of islands, and we sort of went between two islands, and water velocity got very low, and then we went out into the secondary channels. But you can just, it's not the greatest example, but you just see there's a few stripy bits, sort of here and here, that don't occur all the way down in here. And that was just from the bad track reference brought about by the moving bed condition. So the station. Okay, so I've just opened up the software exactly the same way that we did with the moving boat method one. Something I've just spotted that we should also just mention is you don't have it. Do you want to show me? Do they use it?
Yeah, but it's an older version, and the Chinese they use here is different than
Okay.
simplify it. But there is it's been translated into Chinese software.
Just using English. Okay, so the important thing there then is whether you choose US English or UK English. Okay.
It's the English one.
Okay, so you choose the UK.
The main difference between those two is the date format.
Okay.
Okay, so with the US one, they go. How do you go in America?
Month, day, year.
Month, day, year. In England, we go day, month, year. Okay, so when you export the data, it will export it with the regional settings that you have for those for the UK.
So there's the correct way and then there's the wrong way.
Yeah, so you'd have date, month. You know, remember we were there first.
Yeah. we got you out.
We've got more history than you have. And you use English.
Yeah.
Wasn't there.
We got it from here.
That's always the case.
Okay, but that's the thing is on here, whichever language you choose, it will choose the regional settings as well from those countries. So it's not only the language that it changes, it's actually some of the data formats, you know, like...
you also consider the culture.
You can. You can. So, like in France, they have they use the comma as the decimal separator. So if if it's 1.25, they would have 1,25. Okay, and so that when you do that, that's how that would display in their data. So it helps things. If you want it in your own language, it's actually relatively easy. We send you to a river surveyor, we send you a spreadsheet with all the words, and you just type in what it is, send it back, and they put it into the software. In the later version of products, like the IQ, Hydra Surveyor, and things like that, you actually do the translation yourself. There's a you bring down a drop down, it gives you all the words, fill it in, and it just embeds them in.
And I think it even goes to Google Translate first. And
Yes.
You can accept or change it.
Yep. But anyway, that's a minor thing.
So now you choose UK.
Of course. I don't know why it has Americans. So, same thing, we could have connected to River Surveyor or just opened up a file. We're going to open up a file. On this measurement, we